Hello, my loves. It's your girl, Miss Melly XOXO here. Okay, what I'm about to say is speaking from my heart. And if someone doesn't like it, I'm sorry, but this is my platform. And on my platform, I will speak from my heart. I am so sick and tired of people identifying their self one way and telling other people how to identify. Let me explain something to you. If you're trans and you don't want to, identify yourself with all the labels of all the characteristics of a trans woman, that's fine. But don't tell another trans woman how she fully identifies herself. Because frankly, you don't have that right. Your story is your story. My story is my story. There are so many people who are in the LGBT plus community who are on that, who have been in the game for years. And because they get to a certain level, they feel like, oh, I made this way. I've been on the background, on the front ground, paving the way for you. And that is right. But at the same time, just because you're paving a way does not mean you are allowed to tell somebody how they identify as, or you should tell somebody how they feel, because you don't have that right. Because when you were on the front line, there were people that were telling you how you should feel. There were people telling you what you should do, but you didn't listen to them. Because if you listened to them, you wouldn't be here where you are now. So let's break this down and think about this. The LGBTQ plus that grew up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, they're a little bit older now. So they have a mentality thinking like, well, when we came to the game, people didn't see us as this, and they're not going to see us as that, even though I call myself transgender, they still see me as a man. So that's what I am. Well, sis, if that's what you see yourself as, I'm sorry. But just because you see yourself as that, I will accept you for seeing yourself as that. But that don't mean I gotta see myself as that. Because I see myself as more. And I don't care what the world sees myself as. I see myself as what I identify as. And nobody has the right to tell me how I identify and what I should identify as. Next up, I want to talk about this. A lot of the queens who've been up in the game, they use this word. Now, I don't like to use this word. I'm going to use this word one time. And I really don't like to use it on my platform, but I'm going to just say it. And it irks me to say it, but that's the word tranny. Let me explain something to you. A lot of girls who've been in the game, women say, oh, that's what they call us this, that's what they call us that. And understand this. I know they called you that. But because they call you that, that doesn't mean it was right. Old saying goes, it doesn't matter what they call you. It matters what you answer to. So when you go on a platform and you're using that word, it's ammunition for people who don't like the LGBT plus community to say, well, this person said it. Why you got to be so special? Why you got to be so different? You need to be more like them. Just because Auntie answered to it, I'm not Auntie. Maybe I want a little bit more. Last but not least, before I get into this, I want to say this because I got some comments on the video. I have nothing against Flame Monroe. Don't have met her as a person. Have nothing against her because I've never met her. Here's the thing about it. Her comments, as I said in the video earlier, were very problematic because you have to understand this. When I looked at some of the comments under there, people were saying, she's the new face of the LGBTQ plus community. Yes, LGBTQ people need to be more like her. Now, you're probably thinking, well, she's the only person to go on that platform. And if she was the only person that had been on there, I might well say, you know what? Maybe that's the only representation they saw. But check this out. Janice Mott went on there. Classy, elegant. Executive producer proposed. Got a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. You know what? They didn't talk about her no more. The Ball even said she was a man disrespected her. Billy Porter went on there. First openly gay black man to win an Emmy. They said, oh, he crazy. He's confused. He's wearing a dress. Flame Monroe comes on the show. Oh, she's a new face. She did this. And people say it's because she's relatable. It's because sis, let me break it down what relatable means when it comes to straight people. Relatable means, sis, tell me what I want to hear about y'all being gay and y'all not being women. Tell me what I want to hear about y'all pushing out lifestyle nuts. Tell them, sis, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you, sis. Even the way they treated Janet Mockney was wrong. Charlamagne still talked about that episode a couple days after. Even the way they treated Billy Porter, Charlamagne still talked about the episode a couple days after. A couple days after, sis, I watched Linda Ray, no mention. Sis, don't alienate yourself from the community that help you get to where you are in order to get higher. Don't do it, sis. Have nothing against plain or wrong. But you have to understand this. Your story is your story. And I heard you also say that I don't want to be a spokesperson for the LGBT plus community. So what? So what? You can't say that. When you're on a platform, you represent or you're a spokesperson whether you like it or not. Can't get out of it. I'm sorry, you just can't. Now, before I end this video, I'll say this. Come at me negative, I don't care. Come at me happy, I'm going to love you. But either way, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to fight for the community which I represent. So, guess what? Bring all the smoke because I'm too classy of a girl not to clap back. Bye.